Hello, everyone. I hope your 2025 is off to a great start and that you had a wonderful holiday season. And now that we're into 2025, I just wanted to stop by your timeline to talk to you about something that I actually ran from this topic for a long time, but it keeps coming back to me and it keeps coming back to my mind, and I keep seeing things around it that makes me feel compelled to come on here and talk about it. And I know it can be a sensitive, touchy subject, and let me just tell you, it's about dating. And I, over the years, have seen countless videos and accounts about dating and relationships, what to do, what not to do. I've seen a lot of really great advice and then some very bad advice, probably more bad advice than there is good. And I'm actually cooking up something. I'm working on a book. I want to do a training on dating with purpose and with class and elegance, but I can get the book out a lot faster and sooner because it takes a lot to record a training video. And of course, there needs to be a tool to go along with it to help people evaluate their circumstances and create an action plan. But anyway, I saw something just this morning on a TV show about women shooting their shot. And a lot of you may disagree with me on this, but ride with me on this. Consider the source of that advice. So I'm watching, or I happened to see something on the Sherry Show, and she thought, said that she thought it's perfectly okay for a woman to shoot her shot, and then she pulled the females in the audience, and majority of them also agreed that it's okay for a woman to shoot her shot. And no, not if you are a feminine, classy, elegant woman. You should not be shooting your shot at these men. I remember growing up, my mom had a friend, and actually a sister in the congregation I grew up in, and her advice or her warning, advice, whatever you want to call it, commentary was the way you start it is the way that you will finish it. So if a man does not want to come out of his comfort zone, make his way across whatever, wherever to come talk to you, if he's not willing to take that initiative, why do you want to take the initiative to go talk to him? Because if you take the initiative just to get things started, you will always be taking the initiative. And for women that are not truly masculine at the core, eventually that is going to wear you out and wear you down. You'll become resentful because you'll want this man to start being a man and being more in his masculine energy and taking the initiative, but he won't be because you will have flipped the balance of the scales. So that is very masculine energy. Even if you turn on your feminine charms and you're and lightly brushing his shoulder and giving compliments, even if you do it in a way that sounds feminine, overall, the behavior, the energy you're giving off is masculine. So, in addition to that, I want to encourage you, if you think it's okay to shoot your shot to a man, where did you learn that? Where did you hear that from? And consider the source of that information. Now, with this particular talk show host, she's not married, at least not anymore, and has been divorced for some time. So I want you to take that into consideration. Why would you take dating and marital advice from somebody that isn't successful at it? That doesn't make any sense. That is the blind leading the blind and the dumb teaching the dumb. And I think in large part, that's one of the reasons why we see the dynamics between men and women the way they are now, especially within the Black community. There's so much hostility and anger from the one sex toward the other, and this shift in feminine versus masculine energy is a large reason for it. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but it's a big reason for it. So, ladies, fall back. Let a man be a man. And if he isn't man enough, or if he doesn't get up and put in the effort to come talk to you and shoot his shot to you, well, then there's a reason behind that. Either he's going through something and he just really isn't ready to get in the arena and to assert himself, or maybe he's insecure and he needs to work on that insecurity. Why do you want an insecure man? Sit with that question for a minute. Why would you want a man that's insecure? He's going to drive you crazy. He might have somebody else, and that might be the reason that he hasn't gotten his rear end up to walk across the room or parking lot, grocery store, wherever it is that you might be, to come talk to you. He should shoot his shot to you first, and it is on the men to pursue. It's for you to receive and reciprocate if it's someone that you are interested in. So I know a lot of you are probably firing shots at me right now as we speak, and you're wondering what my credentials are. So let me tell you what my credentials are. Been married, been divorced, been engaged, unengaged, engaged again. I was just debating if I wanted to share that last piece of information. Um, I do like to keep what is very close to my heart and sacred to me private, because I've had some experiences with people just being haters. It seems like some women just cannot stand to see another woman win. Some men too. But anyway, let me get back on track. Where was I? Okay, I forgot exactly where I was. But anyway, I'll just say this. I cannot express to you enough how unbecoming it is for a woman to shoot her shot at a man. In addition to it being masculine, unbecoming, it gives men the message that you are desperate. And if a man feels like, if he senses that desperation, like, men are like animals, they're like beasts. And I mean that in an instinctual sense. I'm not calling men animals, I'm not calling them dogs, but just as an animal or a dog can sense something in the environment, they look at things and analyze things. When you, as a woman, come and shoot your shot as a man, that automatically gives the message that you're desperate. And from the jump, got her. He knows he can run you in circles or run circles around you. He knows he can manipulate you. He knows that he can pretty much get any and everything he wants from you. Now, I know that there's some of you out there saying, well, that's not true, because I this, and I that, and I know somebody this, that, and the other. I'm talking about in general. In general, if you're going to be honest, even about your personal experience, unless you are a true savage, and most of you out there claiming that you're savage, you are not a true savage. You might have a bit of a Jezebelian spirit, but you are no Jezebel. I'll talk about that at a later time. But you show him that he can get whatever he wants from you. You show him that he can exploit you. And part of being a classy, elegant, and feminine woman is that you also know how to protect yourself. You've got boundaries around yourself. You've got rules of engagement. And one of those rules of engagement should be that you do not shoot your shot to men. If you know that if he is that interested in you, and if he's a man that's going to be worth entertaining to any degree at all, he will make the effort to come to you. So I think I've beat that horse in right now. I'll leave it alone, but I do want to share with you that I've got a book that I'm working on, and I aim to have it out within the next couple of weeks, depending on whether or not I choose to do a voiceover for it so that there's an audio version. That takes a little bit of time to record. So I'll figure out if I'm going to do that. I might just release the written version first, and then if I've got time, work on doing voiceovers so that there's an audio version. But I'm investigating a means to make it available to you. I don't necessarily want to go through a platform like Amazon or Audible because they've got fees, and I want to make this as affordable and accessible for those who need it as I possibly can. So I might just see if I can make it available to you directly through my website. So on the notes of dating, dating etiquette, class, elegance, and just life coaching. If you need some assistance, if you've got questions and you don't know who you can turn to that you can trust, please visit my website, alwaysclassyelegant.org, and click the link for booking and book yourself a coaching session. There's nothing wrong with getting an objective, wise, experienced voice of reason to help walk you through a situation, because sometimes we just need someone to talk to that is not close to us, that will not be emotionally invested, and would not have a reason to try to sabotage us, because there are people out there we cannot trust everyone that might be in our circle, and that includes family. And also, when it comes to dating and relationships, there's some things where you just don't want your family or friends or those close to you to know about. It's probably a good idea to keep those people out of your private business. So go to the website, book yourself a coaching session if you need to bounce some things off of a trusted, wise um, person and get some sound advice. And look for more information in the future about my upcoming book. And following the book, there will be a training course. So I hope you all have a great Friday and a great weekend. And of course, if you've got any questions, feel free to send me an email, Brandy at alwaysclassyelegant.org. You can post questions in the comments. I am busy, so I'm not always able to respond to everything, at least not right away. However, if I find that a lot of you have the same question, or if I see the same bad advice coming out, just wherever I see a volume on a certain topic, I'll go ahead and try my best to address that for you. So, that being said, stay classy and elegant and have a great day. Take care. Bye.